Hey y'all, this is TCA Gaming, and in this video I'm going to show you guys something that apparently I didn't cover the last time that I did like a PSA submission video. What I get requested even now today, probably more than anything else, is how to package your order off to PSA. And it's actually pretty simple. I'm going to show you guys what I do, and it's pretty inexpensive, but essentially you want to have all of your cards put into a penny sleeve plus some kind of semi-rigid. You can get these fairly cheap online. Some people use card savers. Typically I do not anymore, but that's what most people are going to refer all the semi-rigids as. They're going to call them card savers because that's the most popular brand in general. But I use actually I'm using here Palms Off Gaming. You can get these from right here. But you can order cases. You can get discounts for bulk deals too. But that's all it is, just a semi-rigid piece of plastic. And these are required because PSA, they need to put something over the top of it to label what the card is. But pretty much I filled out my submission form. You know, I've got the stuff online. I've got videos showing you guys how to do that. There's plenty of videos out there showing you. But I'm going to show you how I package it. Generally, I try to keep this is how I package any order that's under like 140 cards or so. This one is 102. It's all the same card, this Pikachu V. I went through a bunch of these and I was like, hey, let me just grade, you know, some of the best ones and let's just see what happens. Not a lot of money to be made on something like this, but there is margin for it. So what I typically start off with is the same box that I use to ship booster boxes in that are a little bit higher end. It's this right here. It's an 8x6x4. Well, actually, I think it's an 8x6x3. It's just a corrugated white. It's called an indestructible mailer. But you can buy the brown cardboard boxes that fold up, and you tape them yourselves. And it's going to be about a third of the price of what this is. This costs a little over $1 now. Those you can get cheap, 30, 40 cents, something like that. But I set it here. It's a little sideways because I want to be able to reach the cards. I take 2 feet of bubble wrap, so just 2 sections, just thin bubble wrap. And like I said, you can do about 140 or so cards, something like that. And I just set it on the inside and just kind of push them down in there. So now you've got those in the box, and take your form. I'm not going to show you guys the front side, but I fold it up twice. Just fold it once one way, once the other, and I set it right there on top just like that, and then I push the bubble wrap in on top of it. Then I close the box, so now you've got this white box, and I don't tape it right here. That's actually where a piece of tape got stuck to it, because I'm going to put it inside of a padded flat rate envelope. You could buy the postage for this for like $8.30 on Pirate Ship. They give you the address. It's like the CU receiving. Once you put in there once, they're going to remember it. So every time you go to Pirate Ship, you just type in CU. It's going to autofill. You press enter. Then you go down there, hit the padded flat rate envelope. You can put like 4 pounds in there or something. It doesn't even weigh 4 pounds, I don't think. But it fits in there nice and tight. That's why I didn't tape the top of this box, because there's really no need to. Push it down. It's a really seamless, quick process. If you want to go with more cards that you're packaging up, I mean, you could just kind of do the same process but with a different type of packaging material. If you want to buy insurance, you can. But I put a piece of tape across there. You guys can see my submission form. I'll put this right here. That's something that you print out. You've got that just so that it can be identified once it gets to PSA. And then I put my label right here, which is a 4x6. I put tape all over it, and that's it. I just drop it off in the mail and it's good to go. So this is, to me, a really simple way to ship stuff. It's very cheap, inexpensive, and you can do it over and over and over again. If you don't have this many, or this many cards to submit, you can always use smaller boxes. I would send at least priority anyways. I mean, you're already spending a lot of money on the cards plus the grading fees and such, and you know, going up from first class to priority, you know, $4 or $5 at most. To me, it's worth it just to have that little bit of insurance that USPS is required to have, because they give you like $50 insurance with this or something. And I find that these packages don't get as damaged, but overall, the post office does a really good job. If you're going to ship to FedEx, I don't think you can use UPS. I'm not really sure. I always use USPS for when I'm shipping to PSA. But I believe you can use FedEx. They've got a different address for that. But if you guys have any questions, or I was not very thorough with this, send me an email. I haven't been reading the comments as much lately, so I may not see it, but I'll try to read through them. And if you keep posting, I'm sure eventually in time I will see it. But I hope this was helpful for some of you. And if you have other questions, like I said, you can send me an email. Thanks.